Hi, I'm E.D. Lewis and welcome back to my channel, back with another nocturnal review and also a bonus tag video. I do have another tag video coming up this Wednesday, so please check that out and please stay tuned to the end of this video for this bonus tag. So today we're reviewing The Haunting of Christmas Cove. I am so sorry. By Cat Knight. It was published in 2023. And I got this one not too long ago. It was a while back. And I thought, that might be a possibility I'd want to read for the holidays. And it's my first completed read for Holiday Hellathon, which is hosted by Kelsey at Slime and Slasher. So if you are completely unaware of Holiday Hellathon, please check out her channel. I will link the announcement video down below. It is currently going on, and I think it goes on through January 4th. So, yeah, so this one is a new-to-me author because I have not read any of Cat Knight's books. It looks like she writes a lot of ghost stories. I thought this would be perfect because it's gothic, it's a ghost story, which it's perfect for that time of year. It's holiday horror, so, it checks the boxes. So this is about a couple named Dana and Sterling. They need somewhere to go for the holidays because Dana's family is off in Europe. They live in the UK, by the way. So they've gone off to Europe, and Sterling's parents, his family, are having some remodeling done, so they will not be hosting any holiday get-together. So they decide to go to an isolated mansion that belongs to Dana's family. So it's on this island, and once they're there during Christmas, they will have to remain there during the Christmas holiday because the ferry runs through, I think, Christmas Eve. Doesn't run on all Christmas Day, so they wouldn't be able to get back till Boxing Day. When they get there, they discover an antique Christmas tree. It's made of fabric and stuff, has half-burnt candles, and a really old copy of A Christmas Carol. Soon, though, mysterious things start happening and some accidents. They have problems with the electricity and the generator, and a mysterious woman appears. So I thought this book had a really interesting premise, and I really liked how the book ended, but I wasn't crazy about the characters and how they behaved. They're alright, it's just I didn't particularly care much for them. I think by the ending I was definitely rooting for them, with what was going on. This book does, however, have a tragic backstory, so I would be aware of triggers if you are a parent, because it does have to do with children, or if you're sensitive toward things that happen with children, so I would be aware of that. It's not a very long book. I think it's only available in Kindle and audio, and I did get the audio with this. It was extremely cheap, just as I think when I got the ebook, it was on sale, actually, on BookTube. And I think the story actually ends on page 98, so it's not very long. It took me a little bit because life stuff was getting in the way, and I had some projects that I'm working on, a gift actually, that's taking a lot longer than I planned for, because I kind of just came up with the idea of it in kind of mid to late November. So anyway, so my reading's kind of been behind because I'm also reading something else, which you'll hear about in my vlog, because I am vlogging for Holiday Hellathon. But I thought this book was okay. Like I said, I liked the premise, and I liked the ending. I think it wrapped everything up really well and stuff. But I just think it would have went better if, like on my end, I would have been able to immerse myself. The audiobook may have also been another thing with it, because I read along with it. I didn't listen to the audio by itself. I just did a read along, because I thought, why not? It's one of those automated voices, so it's not great, but it's one of the better ones I've heard, because I have heard some before, and there was no mispronunciation of words that I detected anyway. So, but, I could have done without it personally. But I think my main thing was I didn't care much for the characters. But anyway, so I thought it was alright, and if you're looking for a quick, spooky holiday read, do check this one out. I gave it 3 stars. It was okay. It did give me some enjoyment, but I didn't think it was wonderful. So, Yeah, that was my review for the holiday, The Haunting of Christmas Cove. I keep saying that. And now we're going to go into our tag video. And this is the Christmas music tag, and it's an original tag which is created by Daniela at Uncommon Reader and Renee at Beyond Books WT5IL, I think. I don't usually read the handles, but I hope I read that right. And I was tagged by Jen at Literary Love 123, so thank you, Jen. I love being tagged in tag videos, so if you have any tag videos you'd like me to do, please feel free. I know there's at least one out there that I have been tagged in. I just don't know how to do it. And I will get that one done as soon as I can. It's kind of a difficult one for me personally. So this one has 8 prompts and it has a bonus. Prompt number 1 is Joy to the World, a book that brings you so much joy you wish the whole world would read it. When I was watching Jen do these, I had one thing, I kind of had something in mind. But she came back to this one at the end, and I have to say I agree with her answer, so I'm going to do the same answer as her. She chose A Christmas Carol, and I have to agree. That one I think is something everybody should read. The book I was initially thinking was actually my favorite book, Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda, because I think it has an important message behind it as well. And also that book meant a lot to me, and I wish it had come out when I was a teenager, when I was in high school. But I'm going to go ahead and say A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens also, because it has an important message too. So, I mean, it's a classic, and it doesn't take very long. I've read it a couple times, and I'll probably read it again. I think I was going for reading it every other year, and that would have been this year too, but it hasn't happened. I don't think it's going to this year. And I'd like to explore maybe a few of his other holiday ghost stories. So... Number 2 is Let It Snow, a book that takes place in a snowy, cold environment. I haven't read too many books that take place in snowy, cold environments, except for, and I've mentioned this one before, but I think it's been a while, I think it's called Snowblind by R. St. Clair by Regina at Regina's Haunted Library. It's a little holiday winter horror novella, and it takes place in a wintry, snowy, very cold environment, and there's talk of a cryptid-like creature in it. So do check that one out. It's not very long at all. It's very short, and it's quite effective. Number 3, You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, a book which a mean character or one that you just didn't like. Book with a mean character. Well, there's lots of books I've read with mean characters, so let's see, is there something close by I can just point out? Hey, we're gonna pull this one up. I think I did mention this fairly recently on another one. But this is Petals in the Wind by V.C. Andrews. I didn't particularly like this one, by the way, but there is a mean character. Julian is the character. So if you have read this book, you know who I am talking about. If you have not, and you want to read this book, be aware of Julian. Beware of Julian. So I have a particular name for what he is, for what I'd call him. So... Okay, number 4, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, a book releasing soon you can't wait to read. I actually don't know any books that are coming out immediately. There is a short story. I don't know when it's coming out. It's coming out sometime next year, and it's called Trapped Within. It's a short story. It's a continuation of The Room Within by author D.L. Tillery. So it's set in her Cagliostro universe. And I really enjoyed The Room Within. So I don't know when this book's coming out, this short story, but I am highly anticipating it because I'm curious what's going to happen next with the character of Daniel. 5. 12 Days of Christmas, a book of short stories. I haven't read too many books that are of short stories, but I'm going to go with Local Haunts. It's an excellent book full of all kinds of spooky ghost stories, some based on, some inspired by true events. It does have a story in there by me. And it's put together by R. St. Clair, by Regina at Regina's Haunted Library, and it's just full of very talented writers, so do check it out. Number 6 is The Little Drummer Boy, a book that brings back childhood memories. I'm going to go with a book I haven't completed, but I'm working on currently, and that is, I have the dust jacket right here because the book is downstairs, and that is Sally's Lament. It's what I'm currently reading, because it's a retelling reimagining of The Nightmare Before Christmas, but Sally's the main character, and Sally goes on an adventure instead of Jack. I watched this movie a ton as a kid. I had it on VHS, and my mom got sick of this movie, and then she became a fan of it much later on, and she is kind of a super fan for The Nightmare Before Christmas, so. 7, Deck the Halls, a book that has a party scene or takes place during a holiday. We're gonna do another V.C. Andrews, because this is the first thing that just comes to my head right now, and that is Flowers in the Attic by V.C. Andrews, and it has a party scene. It has Christmas. I guess actually the Petals in the Wind does too, but this one has a Christmas party scene that's quite pivotal in the novel. Actually, so does Petals on the Wind. It has a very pivotal Christmas party scene later in the book. So, if you know, you know. 8 is Frosty the Snowman, a book with a character who is cold or calculating. A book with a character who is cold or calculating. I don't know if I have an answer for this, to be honest. How about this? We're not going for cold, we're going for calculating, and I'm not meaning that in a bad way. Of course, I don't think calculating can necessarily be a bad thing. It can be a good thing, too. I'm going to go with The Viscount Who Loved Me by Julia Quinn. I did read that one earlier this year. It is the second book in the Bridgertons. And I'm talking about the character of Lady Whistledown because she is quite calculating. I would actually even say even in the first book. She's this gossip columnist. And yes, I do know her true identity because, of course, I've seen the TV show from beginning to end. Up to now, beginning to end up to now, because the show's not over, it's just on hiatus. So I'm going to go with Lady Whistledown in The Viscount Who Loved Me. Alright, optional bonus prompt. Do you have a fun memory or interesting holiday tradition that you would like to share? It does not have to be about Christmas. It can be about any holiday you choose. Share the cheer, tag others, and have a very happy holiday season. I think I'll go with holiday season one. So we used to go when I was a kid to my grandparents they lived on this farm. We would go over to their house and stuff. And then at some point we had to stop doing that. We were unable to continue it. So actually, we would normally meet up, like my sister and and stuff. We'd all meet up on Christmas Eve, open gifts, and then we'd go to my grandparents the next day. Just my mom, my nephews, my sister, and stuff. When we were unable to keep going for whatever reason, my mom and I started this tradition where we'd go to the movies, then we'd go out to Chinese food and stuff, and that has pretty much endured. And now a very good friend of the family actually goes with us and stuff. So we go every year to the movies on Christmas Day and go out to eat Chinese food, which I think we're planning to go see Nosferatu this year. So I'm very curious how that's gonna go. So that's my memory. I'm not sure who to tag because I don't know who's done this tag for sure, but I'm gonna go ahead and tag Regina at Regina's Haunted Library. I'm gonna tag Ashley at, I know she's been tagged, but I'm going to tag her anyway. Ashley at Spooky Little Book Nerd. I know that Zach doesn't do these, but I'm going to go ahead and tag Zach anyway. Zach at Shadyside Library. And I'm also going to tag Bad is Rad 2. So those are my shout out / tags. If you'd like to do this tag, please feel free. And if I have not said your name and you see this and you'd like to do this tag, please do this tag. Please tag me in it as well so I can hear what your answers are. And I hope everybody's enjoying the holiday season, whatever you celebrate, no matter what you celebrate, as long as you're enjoying it and having fun and reading lots of reads, watching stuff, whatever you do to have fun and celebrate. So until next time, stay safe, stay spooky, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.